Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So as promised, I'm bringing you guys an immediate update on my Salamangreat deck post January 2020 ban list. So I've been kind of experimenting with this deck for the last week actually, just trying to figure out like what is the best way I felt like to play this deck now, especially that Miragestallio was banned, which honestly I was not expecting that. So even though the deck did lose Miragestallio, the deck is still playable. It's still really strong, especially with its recurability. But now you kind of have to innovate in a way to where you either need to play like a more control strategy, so like a few more trap cards. Like what do you want to do to replace Miragestallio? Honestly, the deck needs to play a little bit more rank 4 now because again, like you kind of have to like figure like what is the best way to deal with the heavy loss that we took. So, but anyway, I decided to like mess around with my ratios. One of the problems I was having is that the deck had a lot of normal summons, so I was trying to figure out like what is the best things to do to cut down. Now that debug's at 3 again, like what do you primarily search? Yeah, you search out Gazelle a majority of the time, but if you have another way to access Gazelle, uh, you know, it can be kind of tricky. So, but luckily I found what I was looking for, and yeah, and plus like some of the hand traps that we're going to be dealing with this format, I needed to find ways to like also be able to still go full combo if case like my Lady Debug got hit or something. So I just wanted to show you guys what I got this time. All right, so starting off with the main deck, 3 Foxy. You definitely still want to run this at 3. Gets around Floodgates. You can actually use this effect a lot more now, to where like if you normal summon, you can basically do the pot of duality thing. But like I said, like now that Miragestallio is now banned, it's a little trickier to play with the level 3s now. But don't worry, I've already figured that problem out, so don't worry. Uh, but moving on, playing 2 copies of Spinny now. At this point, Spinny is just a body. Um, because again, with the whole point of Spinny was to go into like Miragestallio very easily and prevent it from being banned. So now you can't really do that as much. Now you'll still have some rank 3s. Don't get me wrong, just so that way Spinny stays safe. But generally, you don't want to use too many level 3s now, which honestly were the best salad monsters anyway. But now you gotta like work around like more of a control strategy, but yet still try to utilize the combo aspect of the salads. So yeah, I think 2 Spinnies more than enough, honestly. Still playing 2 Jack Jaguar. Jack Jaguar is your main source of recursion. He bounces back your fire monsters into your deck or extra deck, just special summon himself, just in case if you have a link monster out. So Jack Jaguar definitely a great card. 2 copies of Foul now, and the reason for this is again you want to run more rank 4s now. You still want to make Bitch Dweller, and now you want to make Baguska, and Foul is just a good way to also chain block too. And plus he freezes back row too, so you can't go wrong with that. For one ups, I'm still running the 1 Gazelle. Wish this card was back at 2 at least, but it is what it is. I'm also playing the 1 Falco. Only need 1 just because it's a good way to reset your spells and traps, and also his ability to bounce back could definitely come clutch whenever you need it to. Now, a lot of people are running this card, but the reason I'm running it is again, in case my Lady Debug gets hit with like a Ghost Ogre, especially by Ghost Ogre, that can be a bit of a problem. So I'm actually running 1 copy of Salamangreat Mirror, and the reason for this is because when he's added to your hand, you can special summon it for free, and even if he's already in your hand, you can discard a Salad monster like one of your dead ones, like Falco or Jack Jaguar even. You can discard it, special summon this card, and you can still go full combo. So just make a Balinx, and you could easily just go from right there. So Salamangreat Mirror, definitely something to try out. Definitely want to try looking into it and just see how you like it. Alright, so now moving on to the side engine. Running 3 Debug. Not saying that this is the best card, but definitely one of the best normal summons. So, yeah, Lady Debug searches your Gazelle or any of your other salad monsters if you already have a Gazelle. So, yeah, Debug definitely glad that this card's back at 3. I'm only playing 2 copies of Buffalo only because, like, again, the deck already has enough normal summons now, so I had to cut down a bit. Eventually, I might bring it back to 3, who knows. But for now, I think 2 is just fine. It's just a pot of greed. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So that's it for the Cybers engine. Now we're moving on to hand traps. I'm running 7 hand traps in this deck. Since it's a fire deck, 3 Ash Blossom naturally. It's recurable with Sunlight Wolf, so that really helps. 2 Ghost Ogre, which is going to be crazy this format. Honestly, I think Ghost Ogre is going to be one of the best hand traps again. And as well as Joel and Lockbird, because Joel and Lockbird, there's going to be a lot of search heavy decks like Heroes, Spirals, even Salad themselves, a lot of the back row heavy strategies like Guru Control, even Ultra guys. So Joel and Lockbird might just help out whenever you need it to. So yeah, definitely try it out and just go from there. Alright, so that's it for the monsters. Now we're moving on to spells. Still playing 3 Silent Mining. It's getting a reprint, so don't worry. Silent Mining will get a lot cheaper soon. 3 Will of the Salamangreats. Definitely need to run this at 3 now because you want to still be able to turbo out into your Sunlight Wolf. And the fact that it's just a good way for recursion as well. So Will of the Salamangreats definitely helps with this deck's consistency. 3 Called by the Grave. Because this deck is a little bit more prone to hand traps now, you definitely need to be able to defend yourself from them. So Called by the Grave is definitely needed in this deck again. 1 Salamangreat Sanctuary. Figured that's the only field spell you ever need to run. And 1 Salamangreat Circle, just another way to search out your salad monsters. So, and that's it for the spells. Now we're moving on to trap cards. So I'm running more traps this time around. So I just want to go and show you what I got. I'm playing 2 Roar, just because, it's your primary source of negation. And you definitely want to see this a little bit more, because again, without Miragestallio, you kind of have to be able to dump your monsters more. And you definitely want to see your traps a little bit more in your hand. So, Roar definitely helps. Same with 2 copies of Rage. Rage is just a good way for spot removal and non-targeting too, so Salamangreat Rage definitely works. And for the last trap I'm actually running 1 copy of Salamangreat Gift. So this is just another Pot of Greed, and the fact that you can also activate its effects during your opponent's turn is amazing. So you discard 1 Salamangreat monster, send a Salamangreat monster from your deck to your grave, then draw 1 card. And if you control a Salamangreat Link monster that was Link summoned with the same material as itself, you can discard 1 Salad monster, draw 2 cards. So it's just a good way to keep drawing cards, so definitely works. And again, you can actually do this during your opponent's turn. Now you can only use 1 of its effects per turn and only once that turn. So again, if you have that Link monster, it really helps just to get that additional draw too. So yeah, it's a Pot of Greed almost every turn, so definitely need to make full use of it. And it's just a good way to dig out into your hand traps faster. Alright, so for the extra deck's still pretty standard with the Salad lineup. 3 Banelinks for protection, 3 Sunlight Wolf for monster and spell and trap recursion, 3 Heat Leo, just a good way to start enabling the OTK, and also the fact that it can bounce back row is really nice. I also got Nightmare Phoenix as well, and Hita. Hita's still important. And one of my deck's main win conditions is Make Knight Crusadia Avermax, a really difficult Link 4 to get around, but, it's just Crystal Wing, so what else is there to say? Of course, he can't negate anything, but still really good. For my Xyz lineup, so I've been experimenting with my Xyz choices. I'm still waiting for the Fire Fist Lion Emperor in the mail, but for now, this is kind of what I'm going with. I'm running 1 Dante, just because it helps you mill cards to get your salad monsters or cards to the grave. That way you can recur them again. I'm running Gossip Shadow just because, the fact that he basically cancels out monster effects and changes it to where both players draw 1 card. That's pretty nuts. It's a really annoying card. 1 Abyss Dweller, of course, just to stop graveyard reliant decks. And Baguska. Baguska is just a good way to, deal with decks that are, super monster reliant, like Heroes. Heroes have a hard time against Baguska, so this card will definitely help you out in the long run. So yeah, just bear that in mind. Alright, so now for the side deck, I'm running the Artifact package of 3 Lancia, 1 Scythe, and of course, can't go wrong with the Artifact Sanctums. 2 Nibiru. I didn't want to run 3 in case, if I already have a well-established board, I don't want to accidentally clear out everything and make my back row kind of useless. So this is mainly just a going second card. 3 Cosmic Cyclone, and then lastly, 3 Evenly Matched. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Well, hopefully you guys enjoyed the changes I made from the ban list. Hopefully you guys give this build a shot, and, well, just let me know what you guys think. Alright, so I'll see you guys next time.